be the final section of number 3, goals for 1. You're gonna write down 1-year goals. You're gonna write down 3-year goals. You're gonna write down 5-year goals, 10-year goals, and if you're getting crazy, write down 15-year goals. That's a lot of time, but you gotta know what you want. So write down goals for your personal life, and write down goals for your work life. And just keep it to work life here because that's what we're here to make more money. Write those goals down, and if you're in a good situation, you'll have a good manager or a good GM or a mentor or somebody at work or myself who can hold you accountable to these goals and share them, because it's exciting to celebrate these goals. You know, write down what you want to see in a year. Do you want to make more money? Do you want to get your certifications done? Do you want to buy a bigger house? Do you want to buy a car? Do you want, whatever it is, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on. I give you advice, but I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on. So write down your goals and follow through them. I wrote down my goals a few years ago, and it's actually this year is a time for me to recycle some of those standards for myself. And write down what you want. You want to make a certain amount of money in 3 years. You know, it's not, you might not believe how you're going to get there, but at least you know what you want. And if you're not there in 3 years, what can you do to take those steps to get there? And that's all about sustaining growth, is writing those goals down and achieving them and listing out steps on how to get to each goal, and taking those times to either take a mental note or write it down in your notepad. Write down like what the steps are, like, right? Because if you just think you're gonna like be master certified, yet you don't know that you have to take class 1, 2, or 3. I know you might seem like common sense, but you need to write those down. And those steps, if you want to make $200,000 a year, well, you're probably going to have to be master certified, or you're going to have to make a boatload of hours. So like kind of weigh those options, and you know, you can use the goals from here and the goals from here, combine them together. I mean, master certified here can make you $200,000 here in a few years. You know, you're going to use those goals to bounce off each other, and if you feel confident sharing them in the Slack channel with us, then I would love to help you hit some of those goals and help you reach towards some of those things. You know, it's impossible to know what you want unless you write it down. If you're just driving your car in the dark, just imagine you're in a desert, you're just driving your car in the dark, you don't know where you're going, you're just gonna drive. You might drive off a cliff, you might drive up a hill, you might get stuck. But if you have a light in the distance, you set that light, you know where you're going. There might be bumps in the road, there might be hiccups, or you might lose your way, but you know at the end of the day, you need to be here at this goal, and that's where you want to be. And that's going to help you stay on track when things get tough, when you get overworked, when you get burnt out or bored. Like, you look back at your notes and say, this is what I wanted to do. Right here, this is what I wanted to do. On this date, 3 years, I wanted to be here. I'm not there yet. So when things get tough and you're looking for a positivity boost, referencing your goals or referencing what you set yourself out to do and what you want to be is an easy reminder. It helps me a lot to realize that, like I set myself up for yearly goals. What do I want to make? How many hours do I want to make? You know, sometimes when you're feeling tough, like you're feeling like you've been defeated, I look at my list and I'll look at that goal and I'll just sit there for a few minutes and I'll just think about it. Like, I need to get back on track. I need to get things going in my direction again. What can I do? Who can I talk to? Who can help me? And just focus on your goals. And I want to help you reach those goals. So please share some of your short-term and long-term goals in the Slack channel. And I want to help you be accountable for those goals.